Hey everyone, welcome to Encore, and today I'm just going to answer 10 questions that were turned in by my followers in Poland, so keep watching. Hey everyone, it's Corin, and you're watching EnKoreMakeup. Blend, blend, blend.
Hi, Corin. Stop using my lipstick.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So first off, I want to thank Joanna Figlak. Jo, thank you so much for arranging this. She turned in the questions from a video she made not long ago, and I'll put her link to that video on the more info section, and it's in Polish. So, unless you understand Polish, do watch that. But for those of you guys in Poland, thank you so much for sending in your question. And of course, you guys know Joanna's channel, but if you don't, if you're not familiar with her channel, again, click on the link that's in the more info section, and it'll take you to the original questions video. So she picked 10, and she also translated them for me in English, of course, but I'm going to try to put the Polish and English translation of the questions. So let's begin. The worst mistake I see that a lot of makeup wearers do is probably over bronzing and not bronzing properly. That's probably one of my peeves. There's a fine line between tanning and bronzing, guys. Alright, so tanning, of course, you change your color. You want to look, kind of like nice tan glow, that, kind of golden goddess look and stuff like that. But there's a fine line between looking tanned and looking orange. So that's, probably one of the mistakes that I always see is like, people look more orange than tan. So just kind of keep an eye on that, guys. You want that natural tan color as opposed to an orange color. Now, as far as bronzing, don't over bronze, okay? Bronze in moderation, okay? And what you want to do is you want the bronzer to look really, really natural, that just gives a nice healthy glow to the skin. And basically, if you guys are facing the sun and the sun is hitting you this way, you bronze anything that the sun is going to hit first, okay? Naturally, that's how we naturally bronze, okay? So basically, the forehead, the top of the nose, the bridge of the cheekbone, and a little bit on the chin, all right? And then just warm up the outer edges just to give you a little bit more of kind of like that, a little bit more of that contoured look to the bronzer as opposed to like bam, 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 So make sure to use the bronzer to warm the outer and just bronze the areas that the sun will naturally hit you first. And another note, guys, don't use bronzers that has shimmer or glitter. Nobody, bronze or tan naturally shimmering or glittering, okay? So that's probably the biggest mistake I see. Very good question, because I get that a lot. Well, in the industry today, there are a lot of big names in the makeup industry that are men, of course. Makeup artists, from Kevin James Bennett to Valente Fraser, Billy B, Johnny Lavoie, oh my gosh, Gordon Espinay, just like most of us in the industry right now are mostly men. There's a lot of amazing women as well. There are power women out there. But in the industry, I think there's a lot more men right now that's kind of like up in the charts. Now, as far as, wearing makeup and stuff, history, great question, because for over 4,800 years, all right, in ancient times, it's only men that's allowed to wear makeup, okay? So, women just started wearing makeup later on, but for the first 4,800 years in ancient Egypt, actually, of course, only men are allowed to wear makeup. And, a little bit of history, it's just like most of the archaeologists found a lot of makeup products in pharaohs' tombs, so it's only like the higher ups that wear cosmetic products or makeup products, and also their immediate kind of like entourage assistants and stuff like that, also gets to wear that. So after 4,800 years, when Egypt started getting like more women pharaohs, from Hatshepsut to, Cleopatra and stuff like that, that's when, of course, they started wearing makeup as well, because originally in ancient history, makeup is worn for the pharaohs to look more like their deities, okay, their gods and stuff like that. So that's why men are the only ones allowed to wear makeup back then, and women who are caught wearing makeup are actually defaced, okay, and so that's where it is. So for much longer than women have been wearing makeup, men in history or historically, still have a long timeline of wearing makeup. So that's a little bit of history for you guys. Where did makeup came from? Well, of course, ancient Egypt, okay? And the original form of makeup as far as color on the face, were made from ground lapis lazuli, which is blue powder at the time, and malachite, which is green color. Of course, crushed pearls, which is that white opalescent color, and then you get your burnt umber for liner, which is the black eyeliner that we use now, and we still call them coal liners and stuff like that. It's actually burnt umber. So those are the primary makeup products that originally came out. And of course, there's a lot of skincare back then as well that started from body oils to soap to hair products and stuff like that, and those are primarily used for sun protection. And of course, ancient Egypt, it's a desert, it's hot and stuff like that. So they wear a lot of skincare, and that's where those originated as well. Three products. Well, first off, definitely moisturizer. Okay, always start makeup with moisturizer. It's very, very important to always start your makeup with clear skin. Again, great makeup starts with nice skincare. So moisturizer is a must. The second one is primers. Okay, whether it's a face primer or eye primer, because that's the key to holding your makeup into the skin, so that way it's going to give you the least amount of touch-ups later on. So that's a must-have for me. So either a face primer or an eye primer. And of course, mascara. Don't leave home without it, I guess, most women. Mascara, probably mascara and lip gloss. If you have mascara on and a lip gloss, you're ready to go. You can run your simple errands. You can even go to school or work and whatnot. Just put on a little bit of mascara and a little bit of gloss. Again, in moderation, don't overgloss, and you're ready to go. That's really, really easy. Inspiration, I get them from anything and everything around me, of course, and I always tell everyone that. Don't limit your inspiration in one corner or just looking at one corner. Look at the big picture, or actually look beyond the bigger picture, So look around you, and nature is probably my very, very first resource for inspiration. I look at nature around me, and I get inspired by them immediately, and I get most of my inspirations from that. What is the best tool to apply primer? Definitely a brush, guys, because primer, you don't want to work it on the skin. Okay, that's what moisturizers are for. But for primer, you want an even coating on the skin. You want to create that film, okay, that coat all over the skin, where there's a face primer or an eye primer. And the best way to do that is initially apply it with the brush and then just dab it with your finger, okay, if you need to. Alright, but as much as possible, use the brush to really give you that even coverage. Now, sponges I try to avoid when applying primer because it sucks up the product. You're going to get more primer on the sponge than on your skin, because nature of sponges, it basically absorbs a lot of product. So there you go. What strikes me on a woman when I walk on the street that I see on their makeup, definitely the eye, because the eye makeup is the one that you really, really spend a lot of time on, and I give appreciation to that, because it doesn't matter if you're a professional or a beginner. When you do a beautiful, cleanly done eye look, it means that you really spend time in it, you really put some inspiration to it, you really put hard work in it, because it's not easy to do eye makeup. And of course, that's the first thing that I look at, and and I admire that, because that's where really the artistry comes in, and your talent as well. So definitely the eye makeup. Other mistakes, aside from bronzing that I mentioned earlier, definitely overglossing. I've seen many, many women who overgloss, and again, gloss in moderation, guys. Don't gloss the whole lips. I've seen many women that just go bam, 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 just gloss the whole lips, causing it to look overgloss. So make sure you're just applying it right in the middle of the pout, press to transfer to the top, and then apply what didn't transfer on the top. And nature of gloss, guys, it's going to spread out naturally. Okay, so don't think that you need to gloss the whole lips, because it's just going to naturally gloss. And what usually happens, like, you gloss the whole lips and stuff, and then you're going to end up with gloss around the outer perimeter of the lips, which is not pretty. So make sure to don't overgloss. Probably another one is probably wrong foundation. That's probably another mistake, guys. So don't think that your face needs to be lighter than your body, which is going to look awkward, and it's just going to look mess. So make sure that you are matching your neck coloring, okay? And the best place to swatch your foundation, again, is in the jawline, because that's where your skin coloring and your neck coloring meets. Okay, so you want to match your foundation right in that area, okay? Even if you have darker face, okay, or lighter face, you always go by the neck area, because if you have darker face and you put dark foundation on, then it's just going to look darker than the rest of your body. Same thing with lighter faces. So make sure that you are doing that. And for those of you guys who are women of color, most of you are two-tone. You're lighter in the T-zone and then darker on the outer parameter, the outer parameter of the face. So make sure that you guys are also using two different foundations, okay? One that's going to complement your natural duotone, and then the other one that's going to go with the rest of your neck complexion or neck coloring, body coloring and stuff, which is usually the same coloring as your outer perimeter. So don't be afraid to use two different foundation tones for those of you guys who are duotones. Well, if you asked me that question 10 years ago, I would probably say making the eye makeup identical, and come to realize it's like nobody's eye are naturally identical. Make them similar but not identical. And like what I teach in my classes, whether it's O2B2 or any of the trade shows or my Caymanars and stuff like that, don't spend too much time making two eyes identical, because there are no two eyes that are identical on somebody. So make them symmetrical but not identical. They should be sisters, not identical twins. It's exactly what I say in my class. And so now, I just make sure to place the colors first, and then blend them later, and make sure that they're symmetrical but not identical, especially when you're doing eyelining. Eyelining is probably one of the hardest. That's what I'm going to kind of claim right now. But if you just like line, okay, and take a safe zone in certain parts of the eye, you're going to be able to achieve symmetrical liner between the two eyes. And again, if you're doing the wing liner, wing liner is probably the hardest to make symmetrical. If you just follow the lower lash line instead of the top lash line, you're going to achieve a little bit more even wing liner if you do that. And I do have a video on wing liner, so if you haven't watched that, please do so. Yes, I do get them, or whatever the term is these days. I think hater comments or something like that. I get them since day one. I get them now, and especially being a guy in the beauty industry and stuff like that. I get them every day. When I started on YouTube, I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? Just like I take them personally. Now I really don't, because I have enough following and have a lot of people that really supports me, that basically, stand in front of me. I mean, they guard me and stuff like that. I just kind of watch them, throw in the comments like, if you don't like it, then you can press the stop button. You don't have to watch it, blah, 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 things like that, which is great. I love you guys. Thanks for doing that, really. But yes, I do get them. There's a lot of negativity online, but that is given. It's the nature of the internet. And, it's up to you, to just ignore them or take them personally and stuff like that. But most of the time, just like, hey, do what you do and keep doing it, just like it's up to them to press that stop button. They don't have to watch you and stuff like that. And that's basically where it comes down to. Oh God, no, no, no. I don't wear makeup whatsoever at all. I just, wear a little bit of moisturizer and stuff like that. And I You know, I don't wear mascara, I don't wear eyeliner, I don't wear foundation, I don't even powder and stuff like that. So, like if you see most of my pictures in the public and stuff, I'm like shiny because I'm oily, you know, but I don't wear, you know, makeup on a daily basis and stuff like that. I do wear makeup on my stage performance. Like many of you guys know, I'm also a performer, and you know, I do wear makeup on stage, but that's about the extent of my makeup wear, if I wear them the most. All right. Okay, and that's pretty much the 10 questions. So thank you so much for sending those questions, guys, over there in Poland. And one of these days, I'm still looking forward to doing something in Poland and stuff like that. Hopefully that happens soon. And again, Joe, thank you so much for arranging this. And hopefully I gave you guys some good answers. So again, thanks everyone. And until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.